On this Monday, December 22nd, 2025, it is the Edgar Snyder Holiday Hoops Classic from inside PPG Paints Arena. The nightcap features two teams from WPIAL Class 5A, Section 4, the Mars Fighting Planets and the Montour Spartans. Hello again, and welcome inside PPG Paints Arena. I'm Jack Hillgrove alongside Damon McDermott. Damon, these are two teams very familiar with one another, a pair of section foes, but with reverse records to start the season. Mars is 5-2, Montour 2-5.
Yeah, two teams maybe going in two different directions, but again, it's early on in this season. Mars is 5-2. They beat a good North Hills team. They also beat West A in section play already, but what a way to have this night finalized with a Section 5A matchup between two teams that must need a conference win early on in this season.
Yep, Mars coming off of just its second loss of the season. They lost by 13 to North Hills on Friday. Austin Robleski, Ben Dedish, the leaders in points for them with 15 and 11 respectively. Montour coming off of just its second win. They beat Blackhawk 69-36 with Loic Kalau leading the way with 20 points. That's the guy we're going to be talking about all evening long. The matchup that seems to be headlining this fourth and final game tonight, Damon, is in the post with Loic Kalau and Ben Dedish. Dedish for Mars, 6'6". Kalau for the Spartans is 7'1".
Never seen a 7-foot-tall high school player. It's going to be fun to watch. But for Montour, you talk about him, but other people need to chip in. They now have their star quarterback, Brandon Bennett, playing point guard for this team. So now he's a signal caller on the basketball court and the football field. You got to hit those three-pointers when the 7-footer gets double-teamed down low.
Yeah, Bennett averaging 10 points per game. Kalau averaging a double-double through the first 7, 11 points and 12 rebounds per game. That is how Montour shakes out. Austin Robleski leading the Mars Fighting Planets in 18.3 points per game through 7 games this season. Again, it's a pair of section foes meeting tonight inside PPG Paints Arena. The final game of the Edgar Snyder and Associates Holiday Hoops Classic from downtown Pittsburgh.
Third annual Edgar Snyder Associates Holiday Hoops Classic. Tonight's final game features the Mars Planets and the Montour Spartans. Please join us in thanking tobacco-free Adiano Health and Generator Supercenter for their support of the 2025 Holiday Hoops Classic. Their commitment to our student athletes in this community helps make tonight's event possible. Thank you for supporting high school basketball and the next generation of leaders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask those willing and able to please rise to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad. And now, here to sing our national anthem, please welcome from North Allegheny High School, Kat Tenner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and when its red flag amongst the
Kent Tenner.
In this city, basketball has always meant more. It's been played in packed gyms, under bright lights, and on cold winter nights when pride was the only thing keeping the heat on. These floors build legends, names that still echo in hallways, banners, and backboards. Generation after generation, the game stayed the same. Hard work, toughness, heart, and dedication. And now, the stage gets bigger. From neighborhood gyms to the biggest arena in the city, this is where tomorrow's stars step into the spotlight, where rivalries rise and moments become memories. This holiday season, Pittsburgh Hoops comes home. Welcome to PPG Paints Arena. Welcome to the Edgar, Snyder & Associates Holiday Hoops Classic.
The fourth and final game tonight inside PPG Paints Arena. It's Mars, it's Montour, and let's take a look at our starting lineups in this one. First for the 5 and 2, Fighting Planets, Chase Timmons, Nicholas Santoro, and Austin Robleski in the backcourt. Sam Miller, the junior, and Ben Dedish averaging 13 points a game underneath the 6'6 senior. Will guard Louis Kalau, 7'1", for the Montour Spartans at 2 and 5. He's in the middle, and accompanying him in the starting lineup, Rob Schmidt, junior guard, Mark Carter, a 5'9 senior guard, Brandon Bennett, 6'3 sophomore guard, and Sal Magliacco, a 6'3 forward. So those are the starting lineups in this one for the final game of the Edgar, Snyder & Associates Holiday Hoops Classic from here at PPG Paints Arena. Damon, we talked about it, 5 and 2 versus 2 and 5. Pair of section opponents, and they get to play on a pretty darn big stage for the first time they see each other this season.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. You could be a little bit nervous. Remember, it's high school kids. You're playing in this big arena. You hear your name over the loudspeaker, and you have Mars. They've only lost 2 games this year against 6A opponents. And for Montour, they made a couple lineup changes. Brandon Bennett is now playing point guard. I talked about him pregame. He's a star football player, but he's a pretty good basketball player as well. They're going to need some players to step up when Louis Kalau gets double-teamed. They got to hit the three-pointers tonight. I think we're going to have an old-school type of basketball game with Dedish and Kalau really battling down low, and the guards are going to have to knock down shots when they're going to need to when you get those double teams down low.
The day started with the Alderdice boys defeating Carrick 58-42. The girls matchup of the day, Fox Chapel and Avonworth. It was the Lady Foxes over the Lady Lopes 50-26 in the game that just completed about an hour or so ago. Mars, or rather that's coming up, Pine Richland and Swickley Academy. Swickley 59, Pine Richland 33. Again, these two teams in the same section, 5A, Section 4. Mars 5 and 2, Montour 2 and 5, coming off of seconds for both. Montour coming off of just its second win over Blackhawk. Mars coming off of its second loss of the season to North Hills. And as this season progresses and as these two teams become really familiar with who they play and we get down to the nitty-gritty, it's right around now. And as you turn things over to the new year where teams find out who they really are and what type of seasons they're going to have.
And it's starting to become must-wins for both of these teams because they're in one of the best conferences in all the WPIAL when you have Lincoln Park with star guard Josh Pratt. You got Chartiers Valley who won it last year. They're trying to go back-to-back. So Mars and Montour will be fighting with Moon and West Allegheny and Blackhawk for one of them to make the playoffs. And right now, right here at PPG, this is going to be a must-win game, a fun, competitive game here in 5A.
Our officials tonight, the referee Mark Wise, accompanied by Quentin McGuire and Mike Jerzinski. Montour in white with black numerals. Mars in navy blue with white numerals and lettering trimmed in gold. It's Dedish, it's Kalau, and the 7-footer wins the jump, and Montour controls the tip here at PPG Paints Arena. The fourth and final game of the 2025 Edgar, Snyder & Associates Holiday Hoops Classic.
And that first pass, he jumped about 2 feet up there. It was a 9-foot pass to start the game. If you're watching on Sportsnet for the first time, you're not going to see many high schoolers at 7'1", wingspan over 7 feet tall.
And Dedish at 6'6", which is normally
He thinks he's the biggest guy on the court most of the time, and now he's got a guy 7 inches taller than him.
He has the basketball near the top of the key. Hands off to Rob Schmidt, who tries a floater inside the lane, misses everything. Kalau almost had the rebound. Out of bounds, last touch by number 5. And now Mars will see its first offensive possession of the day.
Again, you could see some turnovers early, some missed shots, a little bit nervous. We got a great crowd here for the last game here at 8 o'clock. These high schoolers getting to play on the big stage. Excited to see how both of them kind of react to the spotlight on them in the first quarter.
It's the second best offense in Section 4 this season so far from our 68.4 points per game, only trailing Lincoln Park. The fourth best points per game mark in WPIL Class 5A. 3 ball from the far side wing, Robleski, and he's got it, and that's the game's first points of the season. The senior Austin Robleski averaging 18.3 points per game. They were patient with it, and they find an open shot for their shooter.
And he really does drive the offense. You'll see he'll start getting some double teams if he gets hot right there. That was an NBA range 3. Super confident first shot of the night, drains it. Had 25 points versus North Hills, 13 versus West A.
Underneath with it, Brandon Bennett, back up top. Carter drives with the left hand, lays with the left hand, shot no good, and Dedish has the rebound.
Would have loved for him to go up there with his right hand, just rushed it with his left, didn't create enough space.
Robleski from the corner this time, yes! Austin Robleski 6, Montour nothing, a minute 50 into the contest.
If anyone at home watched a 6 o'clock game, that's how the last game started. Mamadou Kane, star players, they show up big in big moments. So far, Austin 2 for 2.
Montour tries a 3 from the corner. Sal Magliacco, it doesn't go, and Mars has it the other way up by 6. Good defense underneath by the Spartans, able to knock it away. Magliacco, and now it's Bennett into the forecourt. Takes some contact, and it's a charge, which fires up the Fighting Planets. And anytime anybody takes a charge.
And when it's your star scorer taking the charge, he can do it all. We've seen 2 3-pointers. And then he takes a charge for his team. That's what leaders do. There's his first 3 ball. I mean, Jack, that right there is an NBA 3. Almost was out of bounds. There isn't a shot he doesn't like. We heard about it. He'll take some unbalanced 3s right here. He looks like he was about to take another one, but he's going to pick up his dribble.
Driving this time, it's Timmons, but Kalau quickly cuts him off. Kickball violation. It'll stay with Mars underneath.
With Kalau, there's times where you think a floater isn't even the play. He's too tall for a lot of these guards.
Miller inbounds underneath his own basket. Dedish drives with the left, lays with the left around Kalau. Shot no good, out of bounds, and it'll stay again with Montour. Last touch by the Fighting Planets. 5:24 remaining in this first quarter. It's 6-0. All 6 points you see at the bottom of your screen belong to senior Austin Robleski, a pair of 3-pointers.
Also had 27 versus Highlands.
Tries for 9. He checked no good. Batted around like crazy. He ends up with it. Robleski. And Kalau takes it away.
Austin looked like he wanted to try to rip that away and then said, okay, maybe that's the one I got to give up on that fight. Misses his first 3, but again, jumper looks smooth early on for Robleski.
Man-to-man defense for the Fighting Planets. They dump it inside to Kalau, guarded by Dedish. Kalau patient with it. A couple of pass fakes, and he goes back up top to Mark Carter, who will try a 3. It'll go off the front end of the iron. It'll get batted around, and a couple of guys go to the floor. Jump ball, and it'll go over to Mars.
And so far for Montour, they just have not found enough space to get Kalau going, and Dedish doing a really good job being physical down low, not giving up an inch so far, letting him back down.
See their physical play to start this one just a couple of minutes into the contest. Diving for loose balls, taking charges. Montour man-to-man defense, and a good job there by Mark Carter to force the ball out of bounds. Last touched by Mars, and Bill Manier's squad takes possession. Of course, Bill Manier in his 8th season as the head coach at Montour. Quite the run in the late 90s and into the 2000s with Stowe Rocks. A pair of tenures with Stowe Rocks and a pair of WPIL titles to show for it. And Rob Schmidt gets his team on the board to start the game, 6-2. Mars quickly the other way, and they draw a foul at 4:22 remaining in the first quarter. It's the first foul check that, the second foul. First one on Rob Schmidt. Far side wing, that's Sam Miller, averaging 6 points per game. 3 ball from the near side, Santoro. It misses. Dedish has the offensive rebound, but has it quickly batted away. Halfway through this opening frame, it's a low-scoring one this far. It's 6-2.
Pace a little bit slower so far. Again, playing on the big stage, but Montour got their first basket from this man.
In and out from 3, offensive rebound, and a putback is no good by Magliocca. Looked like he wanted a foul. The other way, Mars goes. Driving the lane is Miller, and he draws a foul, and Heat will go to the line with 3:44 remaining in this opening frame. The foul is on Magliocca for Montour, his first, team third. And we will take a timeout, and when we come back, Miller will try a pair of free throws. Low-scoring one, 6-2 early on here. Mars with the 4-point advantage. .344 remaining in quarter number 1. Jack Kilgrove and Damon McDermott on hand for the 4th and final game of the 2025 Edgar Snyder and Associates Holiday Hoops Classic. It's Mars 6, Montour 2, but if we want to get specific, Damon, it's Austin Robleski 6 and Montour 2. His pair of threes are the Fighting Planets' only points so far.
Yeah, I think we'll see some points from Dedish and Miller eventually, but Robleski definitely drives this offense. Had a couple 25-plus point games so far in this season. So he'll step up for now, but you're going to need some secondary scoring eventually here for the Fighting Planets.
And here's how Sam Miller got to the charity stripe before the break. He missed the first free throw. The junior, averaging 6 points a game, tries to put 7 on the board for his squad.
Had 15 against Highlands, a good 4A squad as well.
Got it. So it's Miller who's 1 for 2 from the charity stripe, and it's 7-2. Mars with the advantage early on. Offensively, the Fighting Planets 68.4 points per game. Defensively for Montour, averaging around 53 points allowed per night. They have the basketball, though, down 5 early in this one. Their offense at 48.7 points per game. Bennett to the near side, Schmidt. Again, that Mars man-to-man defense. They dump it inside. Kalau, who has remained scoreless, takes a hop step and kicks it back out.
Took a hop step away from the hoop. Again, Dedish is doing a good job right now. I don't think he's giving up much weight.
Dedish almost got a hand on that one. Kalau fighting underneath. Contact bucket goes, and Loic Kalau at 7'1" finds the scorebook for the first time of the night, and he was falling away from that one.
Falling away and kind of threw that one in there, almost like a attempted dunk you just throw at the hoop if you know you can't reach. Again, Dedish doing a good job down low against them so far. There's a big block by the big man as well.
It was a good cut to the basket by Robleski, but Kalau swats it away.
Said if you want some old school basketball, you got big on big down there, and they are not being friendly so far in this game.
Dedish at 6'6", Kalau at 7'1". Good bucket for Brandon Bennett. Takes the handoff feed from Kalau and lays it in with the left. It's a 1-point game.
What's beautiful is when you got a big man with that much attention is Robleski will answer right back. I wanted to say everybody's looking at the 7'1" guy, and then you can backdoor cut right off of him, get an easy layup for Brandon Bennett.
9-6. 8 of those 9 for Mars belong to Mr. Robleski. The senior, their leading scorer, averaging 18.3 points per game. Schmidt goes back outside to Magliocco, and he goes even further back outside to Mark Carter. Crossover dribble, good move. Carter to the basket, no good with the left. And the rebound goes to the Fighting Planets. Ethan Krasinski into the contest for Mars. He'll try a wide open 3. Too strong, Kalau the rebound. 90 seconds remain here in this opening frame. Montour patient with it offensively. Kalau the screen for Bennett, who picks up the dribble, a whistle, and a travel. A good job there by Adam Petcash into the contest for Mars. Guarding Bennett very closely, forces the feet to move, and that's a travel.
Mars looking just a little bit more comfortable in this game so far. Some unforced errors there by Montour. Brandon Bennett, again, a great quarterback on the football field right there. Just wasn't thinking and picked up his dribble.
Couple of subs checking in for the Fighting Planets. Kellen Garvin, 6'4" freshman, as well as, again, Petcash, who we mentioned. Krasinski tried a 3. He's in off the bench. And Brady Brennan, sophomore, who's got the basketball. So 4 guys off the bench in here at the end of the opening frame. Montour with its starting 5 still out there on the floor. Mars up 3 with the basketball. Petcash inside, good feed to Krasinski, tries to get the bucket to go. It's batted away and into the hands of Montour. There goes Brandon Bennett. The 6'3" sophomore with some pace and then slows it down. Crossover dribble, Bennett to the bucket. No good, and the Petcash rebound, 43 seconds. Brennan, good feed inside, Krasinski, and it's blocked away by Mr. 7'1", Loic Kalau, and it's going to be a tall task for
what do you do there,
a lot. I don't know.
He tried to pump fake twice, even a hop step. You just hope that Kalau fakes it, but even if he gets swinging with his arm, he's so long, even if he falls for the pump fake, he's still going to get a hand on it. So,
and the sheer presence of him obviously forces you to do different things, and ironically there, Kalau was not the one that ended up with the block. It was Brandon Bennett, but with Kalau down there, again, it forces you to do some things maybe you're not used to doing in the post. Petcash, check that. That's Ben Dedish, second leading scorer. Scores for the first time tonight with a little shot fake in a bucket to put Mars back up by 5.
Again, he is the key piece of this offense when it's not Robleski, and he has a tough matchup tonight, but a really good job to use his physicalness.
See if Bill Manier's squad will opt for the final shot. Bennett has it, backs it back out with 8 seconds. Ball's batted away. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Montour. Mars thought that they forced a turnover.
And they kind of celebrated it. You got to go after that ball. You might be able to get a shot. Now Montour got one more chance with 5 seconds.
5.9 to go. Bennett into the forecourt. Bennett with 3. Bennett with 2 from half court. The lefty off the back end of the iron. No good. A low-scoring first quarter that ends with Mars in a 5-point advantage, 11-6. The score at the end of 1 from inside PPG Paints Arena.
Your boy Bert Kreischer is back.
Woo! I'm back, baby!
And he's giving you permission to party. So grab a friend and meet him in Pittsburgh at the PPG Paints Arena.
Done, son.
Tickets available now at BertBertBert.com.
After you've been in a serious accident, you're going to have a lot of questions about what the insurance company is doing.
These are some we hear all the time.
Why are they trying to get a statement when I'm still in the hospital?
Why are they inspecting my car without my permission?
Why are they asking me to fill out all these forms?
Why are they calling me all day?
Why do I feel like I'm being pressured to take their offer?
Want answers? Call us. And remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Safe when they cut loose. Watch those feet. The magicians of basketball. If you're ready.
This game is once in a century. Be there at PPG Paints Arena on December 26th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
At Loewe, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Steel City High School Hoop Showcase is here. See the top talent in the WPIAL take the court. Catch 10 weeks of unforgettable action on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. It all tips off January 9th as Newcastle faces Box Chapel.
11-6 at the end of one. Mars up by 5, led by Austin Robleski with 8. Ben Dedish, a late bucket in that first quarter. He's got 2. Sam Miller, a free throw. He has 1. That's how you add up to 11 and a 5-point Mars advantage. I'm Jack Hillgrove, joined by Damon McDermott. We anticipated, Damon, maybe a little bit more of an old-school matchup with the interior for both Mars and Montour, and we got a low-scoring one in that first quarter. But Montour very quickly with Sal Magliocco able to put one on the board, and it's a 3-point game and a double dribble on Mars. And quickly, Montour
gets the ball right back, and like you were saying, Jack, to me, it reminds me, we're in Pittsburgh, a little Big East matchup from back in the day with DeJuan Blair, a City League legend. And now look at these two big guys going. It's going to be a travel, and it's going to go back to Mars. So, again, these big guys are just bumping down low. Dedish has given up a little bit of height, but I would say they probably weigh pretty close to the same. He's using his shoulder and his elbow really well, and it's been a fun matchup to watch. We got a lot of old-school Hoops fans watching on Sportsnet Pittsburgh tonight, and, I mean, it's been a fun one so far. I think the scoring will pick up. You got some high school kids a little bit nervous playing in a big arena.
Mars double dribble gave the basketball back, and Montour another quick steal. Down 3. Mark Carter driving to the hoop, and he draws the foul. Mars gives the ball back to Montour. Loic Kalau called with an offensive foul. That was his first, and the foul now on Mars. That's Sam Miller's first, team first of the second quarter. Floor foul, they inbound. Magliocco, wide open 3. No good. Rebound Miller. It's 11-8. Montour down by 3. Magliocco, Kalau, Bennett, and Schmidt, each with a bucket. Pair of 5A Section 4 foes meeting for the first time this season. Dedish a 3. Yes, sir! Ben Dedish now has 5. That's his first triple of the night, the second for his team, and the second in this game. Austin Robleski checked at the third. He has 2. But regardless, all 3 3-pointers belong to Mars, who's up 6.
If you're a little bit undersized with your matchup, make him guard you at that 3-point line. He's showing you're going to have to come out, and someone's going to have to put a hand in his face.
Bennett tries to answer, draws the foul at 6:36.
Bennett's interesting. Again, at the beginning of the year, he wasn't starting at point guard. Now, a little bit more trust in him. Again, he played football this year, so a little bit later to some of these practices and these off-season workouts, but a very talented player in both sports, and now you trust him a little bit more. And the lefty's pretty crafty on the court as well as he cashes in on his first free throw there. Right there you saw, you think he goes with his right, really confident in that left, would love to get that and one, but he could cash in with both free throws here for Montour.
He's got 3, and it'll be 4. 2 for 2 from the line. The Mars foul was on number 11, Connor Summit, his first, team second. It's a 4-point game, a minute and a half into this second period here inside PPG Paints Arena. High post towards the top of the key, Dedish, and a handoff. Robleski fading away. No good. Kalau gets the miss. Loic Kalau, 7'1" transfer from Andrews Osborne Academy in Willoughby, Ohio. Averaging 11 points and 12 rebounds per game, coming off the game against Blackhawk in which he had 20. Good spin move by Carter and a good bucket underneath for Mark Carter. 8 points a game, his first 2 of the night.
His athleticism has been off the charts, and here he goes again.
Good steal, Bennett, Carter, transition, and we are tied at 14.
Game's picking up a little bit here, Jack, and I love Carter's first step. He is probably the quickest man on the court right there. He gets 4 points in the matter of 5 seconds.
Montour out to an 8-3 run to start this second quarter to tie it at 14. How can the Planets stop the bleeding? With a 3 potentially from Robleski. It's too strong, but a good offensive rebound by Timmons, who gets it back to Robleski. Up top, Miller, corner, Dedish, 3. Off the side of the rim of the backboard, and it's Montour with the rebound. Bennett, floater, no good. Missed everything, and Mars has it. The pace starting to pick up here between these two section foes. Robleski from the corner. He's into double figures with 11, and it's 17-14.
That's one man you cannot leave open. You lose him there off of that fast break. He sneaks in the corner, an easy 3 points for Mars. What a shot maker he is. There's not a shot he doesn't like. Off balanced, or if he can set his feet, it's game over for Robleski.
The pace picking up a bit in the second quarter. A pair of baskets by that man, Mark Carter. Good contact bucket, and then one in transition off of a steal. And then Mars able to stop the bleeding with a Ben Dedish 3-ball. Backup 3 are the Fighting Planets. And how about a 3 for Bennett? And Brandon Bennett now has 7. And that's the first triple of the game for the Montour Spartans to tie it.
That's what you need, some spacing for your big man. Hit a couple 3-pointers. They won't be doubling them down low.
Jumper from Dedish near the free throw line. Too strong. 2-on-2 the other way. Bennett, contact, no good. And a foul underneath.
Really late call there. I thought it was just going to be a missed Euro, and Bennett wasn't going to get to the line, but they call a blocking foul very late.
The foul on Nick Santoro, the 6'3 senior forward for Mars, his first team third. It is a shooting foul, and that's why Brandon Bennett stands at the charity stripe with the basketball. And he gives Montour its first lead of the game. He has 8. 18-17. Bennett, the sophomore, 3 for 3 from the charity stripe, and now 4 for 4 with 9 points, and it's a 2-point advantage for Bill Meniere's Montour Spartans. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back over to Montour.
So we saw all these mistakes by Montour in the first quarter. Now Mars seems like they're just rushing a little bit too fast, already with 2 turnovers in the first 4 minutes of this quarter, and now Montour is taking control of this game.
This is the first of 2 meetings this season between these section foes. They'll next face each other on January 27th. Underneath, Kalau, and 1. Loic Kalau with 4 looking for 5, and Montour stretches the lead to 4.
Was wondering when we were going to start seeing some post moves. Hasn't shown much right there. Nice spin. Goes up, could have dunked it, but just an easy layup for him. Dedish has been doing a really good job. That's the first time Kalau really got in his bag in the post and gets to the free throw line.
The foul was on Dedish, his first, the 4th team foul. No more fouls to give for the Fighting Planets of Mars. And again, a couple of years ago, no more 1-and-1s in high school basketball for the boys. It's 5 fouls per quarter, and once you get to 5 team fouls, it's 2 shots the whole way. Kalau's and 1 attempt is off the front end of the iron, but it's still a 4-point lead for Montour. And then once you get to 5 team fouls, each team is in the double bonus until the end of the quarter, and then they reset when you go to the next frame. 21-17, 3:35 remaining in the second quarter. Jab step by Timmons. And back up to Kellen Garvin, a freshman into the contest for Kobe Philippi and the Fighting Planets. And Robleski now has 4 from beyond the arc and 14 tonight to lead all scores.
It is amazing to me what he can do. That was just a simple jab step, but you fall for the fake, and he just gets a millisecond extra time to put up that jump shot.
21-20, almost a travel. Did they call it? No, the play still goes on. Schmidt was able to get rid of the basketball before going back to the ground. Layup missed. Mars goes the other way. Petcash, it's batted away. Carter ahead to Brandon Bennett. The sophomore tried to slam it with the left, It came up empty, out of bounds, and it's Mars basketball.
Want the highlight reel play here at PPG. Maybe should have just went up for the layup, but the young man wanted the slam with some authority. Just missed out for 2 points. See right here, just didn't get up high enough. Needs one more inch there.
21-20. We've got a good one, a 1-point game as we approach the end of the second quarter. Robleski with some contact, no good. Ball batted out of bounds, and it's Montour basketball.
That dunk would have had the whole gym, I think, standing up.
We heard the fans behind us get fired up when Bennett went for the slam.
We got a nice crowd here for the 8 o'clock game as well. 2 5A schools bringing their towns with them.
Mars the press, good job there by Timmons to get a hand on it. Forces Schmidt's pass to go out of bounds. Montour retains the possession here, but Mars goes with some full court pressure late in this second quarter. Schmidt, and one. 4 looking for 5, and Montour's lead grows to 3.
I almost wonder why he didn't take that three-pointer, but a guy that likes to slash the basket, we saw him get a layup early in the first quarter, draws an and one, and now can get 3 points anyways. (24-20). Rob Schmidt, the 6'1 junior, now has 5 points. .210 to go in half number 1. Timmons cuts to the basket, passes to the corner. Ben Dedish the 3. Big man saying, I might not be 7 foot tall, but I shoot it pretty well for a center. Right on that baseline again. 2 3-pointers for the big man for Mars.
1-point game, 1:50 to go till the break. Looking for Kalau near the high post. It's batted away. Man-to-man defense for the Planets. Bennett behind the back pass to Kalau, who is fouled and will head to the line at 1:38 remaining in quarter number 2.
Now his first free throw, he did not look comfortable. We'll see if he can cash in on these 2 opportunities. Really good play there by Brandon Bennett. Again, a quarterback with a no-look pass on the basketball court.
That's the 5th team foul. Montour in the double bonus, but that was a shooting foul, so Kalau was going to shoot 2 regardless, and the 7-footer's first is no good.
And he only, in warm-ups, was practicing free throws. So I think he knew this was going to happen. Again, you got to get more comfortable. A lot of teams are just going to start fouling you every single time.
Kalau with 4, looking for 5, and he does get that one to go. He's 1 for 3 from the charity stripe. And Bill Manier is going to give Kalau a breather.
That's his first break.
Nick Santoro into the ball game as well. Back into the ball game for Mars.
Only 2 guys that haven't been off the court so far is Bennett and Robleski. Still have not got a break in this game.
25-23. And a foul, that's going to be on Rob Schmidt, who tried to poke the pass away but got a little too physical.
Schmidt's got a tough assignment. He's been running around Robleski. What makes him so dangerous is he'll be off ball and he'll just find any type of space for a shot.
Second on Schmidt, second on the Spartans in this second quarter. Timmons with the basketball. Up top to Adam Petcash. Poked away. Last touch by Mars, and Montour's doing a fantastic job at forcing the basketball out of the hands of Mars, but at the same time retaining possession. It's not like they're knocking these things out of bounds and Mars, inbound and retain possession. They're forcing turnovers.
They really are. It just makes you rush a little bit. There's me another foul, not a shooting foul, but what they're doing is they're not poking a lot of passes. You're just running out of space and you think you're going to go out of bounds. You panic, you lose your dribble, and then that's another possession for Montour. And that's what's got them back in this game. Solid defense, and now they have a 2-point lead.
First on Timmons, floor foul, but Montour in the double bonus. And Mark Carter, the senior, will try a pair. First one, a tad short.
Because remember, they only had 6 points in that first quarter. Yep. So what a response by them in this second.
Kalau back in, Schmidt back out. Second one from Mark Carter is good. He has 5.
All in the second quarter.
26 to 23. Spin move. Shot no good. Under a minute to go in the rebound for Montour. Driving to the bucket is Carter.
Over
and
the
a foul,
back.
And we're going the other way.
Carter's got a second gear. Really liked him going to the hoop there. Just couldn't get that layup to fall. And now we got Kalau coming right back out and Schmidt coming right back in because he got his second foul.
.9 to go in this second period. 26 to 23. Robleski guarded closely by Anthony Gabrelli into the ballgame, the sophomore coming off the bench for Montour. And a foul on Montour. Gabrielli's first, team fourth, excuse me. One more foul, actually no more fouls to give, so Mars would be in the double bonus for these last 30 seconds should the Spartans commit one more. Poked away. How about Bennett with a steal? Bennett, the lefty, contact, no good. Offensive rebound momentarily by Gabrielli. And Carter was Johnny on the spot, was able to pick the basketball up. 18 seconds. Bill Manier, the head coach of the Spartans, says hold for the last shot. And that's what Mark Carter will do, guarded by Nicholas Santora. 8 seconds. Motion. Schmidt. Poked away. And a foul near half court as Adam Petcash shot the basketball and will shoot 3.
He can get this game tied up. It's something you just don't got to foul him. I don't think that was going to be even close to the rim on that shot attempt. Great defense. And then right here, you see him try a half-court heave. You do not foul that shooter. That is about a 2% chance of going in, maybe. And now he gets 3 free throws, can tie this up going into half.
With 1.2 seconds on the clock. Petcash is first. Got it? He's into the scorebook for the first time tonight. 6 Fightin' Planets have scored. And the starting 5 for Montour, all on the stat sheet as well. Petcash is 2 for 2. Adam Petcash can tie it before the break. And he will. Adam Petcash, 3 for 3 after being fouled on a half-court shot attempt at the end of this quarter.
See if Montour can get a shot off with 1.2 left.
They'll try it. Carter, a tad too short. And ladies and gents, we do indeed have a good one here for the nightcap of the 2025 Edgar, Snyder & Associates Holiday Hoops Classic. These 5A Section 4 foes are tied at 26. Headed to the locker room. Tied at 26 at the half of the fourth and final game of this 2025 Edgar Snyder and Associates Holiday Hoops Classic between these two 5A Section 4 opponents, Montour and Mars. The rest of our slate this season for Steel City High School Hoops looks like this. On January the 9th, when we ring in the new year, Newcastle will take on Fox Chapel. Then it's the Fighting Highlanders of Baldwin and the Jaguars of Thomas Jefferson on the 13th. Pittsburgh Central Catholic at Upper St. Clair on January 16th. Moon in Central Valley, Lincoln Park, and Gateway on the 24th, along with these Montour Spartans and Ambridge. Lincoln Park against Chartiers Valley on the 27th. Seat LaSalle at South Allegheny on January 30th, and Northgate at Swickley Academy on February the 3rd. A fan vote near the end of the regular season. High school hoops, Damon, is in full swing, and this is a good slate of games from now until the end of the regular season.
Yeah, you get to see Lincoln Park star Josh Pratt, the 3-star, going to Columbia. You have Swickley Academy, which we saw have an exciting game against 6A Pine Richland. They could go undefeated this year, and then you got some other really good programs always with Newcastle and Fox Chapel coming up just in 2 weeks after the winter break. We're excited to be here. High school hoops, there's nothing better here in Western Pennsylvania.
And we do have a good one before we get to all that, which you see on your screen, live on KDK Plus, and they re-air on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. But a good one tonight, live on Sportsnet Pittsburgh between a pair of teams, Mars and Montour, at 26 apiece. 14 points for Austin Robleski, 8 for Ben Dedish, and for Montour, Brandon Bennett with 9. Loic Kalau and Mark Carter and Rob Schmidt with 5. They lead Montour. The Spartans looking for win number 3. Mars in search of win number 6. It's 5-2 against 2 and 5. More during halftime when we come back.
In Pittsburgh, only the toughest will come out on top and walk away with the title of champion. At PPG Paints Arena, the PBR Unleash the Beast Tour is coming, February 13th and 14th. Get ready for the best bull riders in the world as they try to hang on for 8 seconds or get a face full of dirt. You gotta be crazy to do this, but crazy is what we do. Ready to be cowboy? Get your tickets. It's bull time.
After you've been in a serious accident, you're going to have a lot of questions about what the insurance company is doing.
These are some we hear all the time.
Why are they trying to get a statement when I'm still in the hospital?
Why are they inspecting my car without my permission?
Why are they asking me to fill out all these forms?
Why are they calling me all day?
Why do I feel like I'm being pressured to take their offer?
Want answers? Call us. And remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Pittsburgh, get ready to see PPG Paints Arena like never before. PPG Paints Arena tours take you behind the scenes of the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is your chance to step inside the Penguins locker room and feel the history of the 5-time Stanley Cup champs. See the ice from a player's point of view and go where legendary broadcasters call the biggest moments in Penguins history. From championship stories to behind-the-scenes secrets, this tour is the ultimate Penguins experience. Visit ppgpaintsarena.com and book your tour today.
Megan Trainor, the Get In Girl Tour, live in Pittsburgh, with special guest Icona Pop, Megan Trainor, playing at PPG Paints Arena Saturday, July 11th. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Welcome back inside PPG Paints Arena as we approach the start of the second half between Montour and Mars, tied at 26. 11-6, Damon at the end of 1, tied at 26 at the end of 2. Montour able to outscore Mars in that second period, 20-15, and the offense kicked it into high gear in quarter number 2.
Yeah, they really did, and one of the guys for me is Brandon Bennett. He had 7 points in that second quarter, and then you had Mark Carter, so 2 of the guards. That backcourt did a really good job. He had 5 as well. They are trying to slow down Robleski. He is already up with 14 points. I would start doubling him, making every shot. Very difficult And then for the rest of their team, you had Schmidt really step up in that second quarter as well. But I think Montour, I was really concerned about what they were going to do after 6 points. Really good response by them in that second quarter. I can't wait to see how they come out in this second half. And if it's going to be Brandon Bennett, or are we going to see more Kalau? How are they going to really attack this Fighting Planets team?
The scoring looks like this. First for Mars, leading all scorers in this game is Austin Robleski with 14 points. With 8 points, Ben Dedish, a pair of three-pointers. And then as we get down the score sheet here, Adam Petcash with 3, Sam Miller with 1. Brandon Bennett with 9, 3 guys with 5, Rob Schmidt, Mark Carter, and Lloyd Kalau, Sal Magliocco with 2. The second half is coming up next. It's second half time inside PPG Paints Arena. Mars and Montour tied at 26. Welcome back to the nightcap of the Edgar Snyder and Associates Holiday Hoops Classic. Jack Hillgrove and Damon McDermott on hand for this final second half of play here tonight. 26 all is the score, and it's a couple of section foes, Damon, that we'll see each other again in a month, but so far so good as far as we're concerned in this one.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a battle, and I loved every second of it. You talked about it. With their conference and how competitive it is, both of these teams might be that team fighting for that last playoff spot, and they both know this. So I know it's early on in the year, but this is a must-win game for both. I loved how Montour responded. I want to see how Mars responds now after they had a big lead in the first, only giving up 6 points, and now they have to battle back as it's all tied up.
Dedish a 3, no good. Rebound Montour. The possession arrow favored the Fighting Planets to start this second half. That's why they had the basketball. 20 points in that second period for the Spartans. Crossover dribble. Carter layup good. Mark Carter with 7.
And I keep saying he has an extra gear. His acceleration is unbelievable.
28 to 26. Driving to the basket, Ethan Krasinski had it swatted away. Timmons, Dedish swatted away again.
How in the world? That was a basic jump shot.
Bounce pass in the lane, taken away by Montour. Bennett, who led his team with 9, drives to the basket, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Montour. 6:53 remaining in this third quarter. 9 points for Bennett, and then 3 guys with 5, Schmidt, Carter, and Kalau.
Kalau with 2 blocks in about 10 seconds that last possession. That second one was ridiculous. You don't think a hand can get to that jump shot.
Kalau had 20 in the win over Blackhawk on Friday. 3 from Carter, no good. Rebound, Petcash.
It's been their struggle. You need some three-point scoring. You can't always depend on the fast break points and the big guy getting some dunks and layups.
Ben Dedish had 8 for Mars in that first 16 minutes. Couple of those, 3-pointers. Can he get another one? You bet he can. Ben Dedish with 3 threes. He's into double figures with 11. Joins his teammate Austin Robleski, who has 14 to lead all scores.
And hey, we're playing high school hoops. Want to keep it friendly, but he's talking some smack right to Kalau, saying, you can't guard me out there, so I'm going to keep shooting it. I don't care how many times you back me down.
To the rim goes Schmidt. And a foul on Montour on the rebound. Rob Schmidt with 3 fouls. Is it on him? It's not. It's on Kalau, who now has 3 fouls.
Yeah,
First foul of the third quarter.
Over in the back, but again, look at the big guy. Maybe he doesn't like me calling him a big guy at the next level. Maybe he's a small forward playing the 3 spot, but playing center for Mars, and I mean, he can shoot it. He really can.
So Kalau and Rob Schmidt each with 3 fouls for the Spartans. 3 from Robleski, no good, but they get it back. Petcash underneath, up top to Dedish. We'll try 3 from the near side corner. Chase Timmons, welcome to the stat sheet for the senior. His first 3 points, and it's a 4-point Mars advantage.
And this is the trouble. Montour, not the best 3-point scoring team. You're going to have to score in bunches when you got a team hitting as many threes there, or maybe they can right here.
Schmidt stops the bleeding. His first 3 of the night, he's got 8. And this game started with 2 threes from Mars and a bucket and underneath from Montour. Offensive rebound off a missed 3, and it starts the third quarter the same way. 6-2 was the advantage until that Schmidt 3. Mars tries another one offside that Bennett hauls in the miss, fighting underneath with it with Krasinski. Possession arrow favors the Spartans with 4:55 left in this third quarter. 1-point game.
It's almost when you see a big college versus a mid-major with an upset. I'm not saying Mars is very talented, but that's just the play style. Is you got to hit your threes when you're giving up some size.
Miscommunication. Bennett tries to save it, does, but into the hands of Timmons the other way. His bucket no good. Carter the rebound. And with more pace goes Mark Carter to the hole. Carter's shot is blocked and into the hands of Kalau, who puts it back up and in.
So you got 2 different styles, as I was saying. You got a big team going to depend on their fast break and a lot of big men down low with layups, and you got this team that can shoot threes out the gym for Mars.
And another block by Mr. 7'1", Loic Kalau. Towards the rim go the Fighting Planets, and Mr. Kalau says no.
You know what surprises me a lot? He's been just laying the ball up. If I was that big, I'd be tearing that rim down every single time, but doesn't want to exert all the energy. And right there, he already has 4 blocks tonight.
Damon, we do have more basketball for that wish to be granted, so I wouldn't count it out entirely yet. Dedish, his shot no good. Good defense that time by Loic Kalau, and it's Montour basketball. Up 1, 33-32 as we approach the halfway point of this third quarter.
He might be able to dunk on his tippy toes.
Probably. Floater good. Mark Carter with 4 in this third quarter, now has 9.
5 in the second, 4 in the third.
Crossover dribble, good move by Timmons, back up top to Krasinski. And now Petcash. Penetrating kick. Robleski in the corner, drives the baseline, up and under. No good, and a rebound by Schmidt.
I don't know how he stayed in bounds. Ends up getting almost an opportunity there. Now Montour is going to push up the pace again.
Adam Petcash with the swat as Carter drives the lane quickly the other way. Robleski up and under again. His shot no good, but Timmons is fouled on the putback at 3:54.
Mars with some unorthodox up and unders.
That's the second team foul of this third quarter.
It's a timeout for Montour as well.
And as Rob Schmidt and the rest of the Spartans head to the bench during the timeout, Rob Schmidt now with 4 fouls as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. And our head referee, Mark Wise, offering some advice to Mr. Schmidt about why they're calling what they're calling. which is always beneficial. Anytime you can see a high school official do that and say, hey, you're doing this, and here's why we're calling it. Here's how you can avoid that. It's always very beneficial.
Always beneficial. And you feel bad because you're playing in this game. You're excited about it, and now you have 4 fouls. You got to be extra careful. We might want to take him out until late in the fourth quarter. But, again, he's one of their starting guards and really pushes the pace for him. So he's frustrated. Maybe you trust him, but at the same time, it really hampers him right now. And a game that I think, if this keeps up, it's just going to end up being last minute of this game is going to be decided. You really want him on the court. So it's going to be really interesting how you kind of manage that now.
They've got 5 guys sitting on the bench hearing instruction from Bill Manier. One of them is, not one of them, I should say, is Rob Schmidt. So we'll see who comes in for him. Anthony Gabrielli, sophomore guard, saw some time off the bench late in that second quarter. Timmons will shoot 2, and Gabrielli comes in for the Spartans. Mind you, Zane Schotter, sophomore guard, number 0 on the roster, is a guy that Bill Manier, talking to him pregame, was going to be a starter and a key cog on the Spartans this season. He's on the bench with an injury and is unavailable to them. And obviously, anytime that happens, your depth takes a hit.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why you have Bennett now playing as much as he is at point guard. And, yeah, you hope he gets better soon. He has that left brace still on his wrist. I saw him shooting a little bit, so hopefully he's progressing quickly, but would love to get him back in the lineup, and that's one of the reasons why they're struggling with that three-point shooting. He's their main guy to really do that for this team.
35-33. Montour up 2 with the basketball. Timmons was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He has 4.
Clow wants it.
One of the coaches from the Montour bench yelling to Mark Carter with the basketball, reset it, and that's what he'll do against this Mars man-to-man defense. Gabrielli off the bench, in for Rob Schmidt, who has 4 fouls. Carter, leading scorer with 9. Floater with the left hand, too strong. Kalau had the miss momentarily. Loose ball, Mars with it. Miller in a foul into the forecourt at 3:08 remaining in this third period.
That's the first one, and again, I think these officials do a great job right there. That just looked like a steal to me, and it's right here you'll see, I think that's all ball. It's very close, and that's a big possession for Montour, but they've been calling it even. There's been a lot of fouls on each side.
Second on Magliocco, third on the Spartans this third quarter. Mars playing a clean third period. No team fouls over halfway through the third.
This guy needs to get going again.
Dedish and Robleski leading the Mars Fighting Planets in points tonight, as they are all season long.
Robleski does not have a bucket yet.
3 ball from this wing. Sam Miller now with 4 points.
Another guy, if you leave him open, he can knock him down. Robleski doesn't have a bucket yet in this third quarter. Why not give it to Miller?
And a little bit of pressure off the miss, or off the make, I should say, from Kobe Philippi and this Mars defense. Philippi in his second season as the head coach, taking over, of course, for Rob Carmody, who is with the Mars basketball program for 26 seasons, won well over 400 games. Step back bucket for Carter, no good, and Mars with the miss. Dedish drives, lost his footing, tried to get it back, and it's out of bounds. I think Dedish won a foul, and that's what he was talking to one of the officials about. Wanted a push, and it wasn't called. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's Montour basketball.
On that replay, Kalau had his hands on him, but I don't know if he really did push. Maybe Dedish felt it.
Loose ball. Mars ends up with it. Kalau blocks it away, and that's goaltending.
I mean, this guy can block about everything, but this one, just a little bit too late. That ball is going down to the hoop, and it's going to be an and one opportunity.
And if you're that tall, you might as well just swat everything away if you can. You don't want to give them gimmies, but makes it 38-35 plus the foul. And Miller will try to complete the three-point play, and he does.
So he has 6 now in the third. Needed some secondary scoring, and they're getting it at the perfect time.
9 points for Mr. Miller. Mars up 4. And a timeout called by Montour. 1:52 remaining in this third quarter. A full timeout called by Bill Manier. 1:52 remaining. Again, Bill Manier in his 8th season. Won a Whitfield championship in 01 and 02 at Stowe Rocks. Came back in 2018 to coach the Montour Spartans. He called it a homecoming. Again, Stowe Rocks, Montour, neighboring districts. Kobe Philippi for Mars took over for Rob Carmody a couple of seasons ago. He was a former head coach at Springdale for 3 years, assistant at West Allegheny, Keystone Oaks alum. And his Fighting Planets are off to a good start this season, and they're starting to pick things back up here in this third quarter.
And like you said, that's a tough job to take over for Mars. I mean, that was a historic team from my neck of the woods. I mean, they were known as always being one of the top teams in the Whitfield, winning back-to-back Whitfield titles, something that's very hard to do in 4A or 5A. So it looks like they finally are starting to get his system. 5-2 this year. Their only 2 losses were against 2 pretty good 6A schools. So you think going into this game, Mars would be the favorites. They're up by 4, but I've been really impressed with this Montour team too. Fighting. I thought after that 6-point first quarter, it could have been one of those games where they go, okay, we just don't have it. Scored 20 in the second. They're down by 4 right now. You just need maybe Kalau to get a little bit more open down low. And again, Coach Manier has talked about it all year. They need some 3-pointers to fall because they need spacing for Kalau. He can't do everything himself. He needs some of these guards to knock down some shots.
WPIL championships in 2018 and 2019, and they lost, I should say, past tense, in the 2020 championship to Laurel Highlands and a freshman, Rodney Gallagher, for the Mustangs. Timeout over. Brandon Bennett's 3 is good, and it cuts into this Fighting Planets lead. It's now just a 1-point game, and that's the first time that Bennett scores in this second half. 3-ball tried for, no good. Jump ball, it'll stay with Mars.
Jack, sometimes I just got to say somebody's got to hit a 3-pointer and then they hit one right out of the timeout. That's how simple basketball is sometimes. But no, that is what's been holding Montour back. Coach Manier has said it in multiple articles this year, is like, we just have not had shots falling. If we get some shots to fall, we could be 5-2 and not 2-5.
Good pass and a floater for Nick Santoro, who scores for the first time tonight. He's got 2 points, averaging 9 points a game for the season. Empty in the scoring column until that last bucket. It's a 3-point game. And on the last possession, Damon, as you were saying, Bennett able to score. He had yet to score in this third quarter. 7 of his 9 before that bucket were in the second quarter, and a steal for Mars. 45 seconds. Santoro bringing it into the forecourt, who scored on the last possession for the Planets. 3-ball. Miller, 2 short. Carter the miss.
Watch this acceleration.
He'll back it back out at 33 seconds with his team down 3. $20 seconds. Again, no shot clock at high school hoops.
Once this last shot, it seems.
Petcash guarding him closely, trying to get a 5-second count. Does. Screen comes from Kalau. 10 seconds. 8 seconds. Carter. And a foul. Adam Petcash, the guilty party, at 3.4. That's only the first foul of the third period for the Fighting Planets, and the first on Petcash.
I'll be honest, that whole possession, I'm a little bit confused what they were trying to set up, but now you only have 3 seconds and have to rush a shot. Thought they were going to go high pick and roll there, but just never really did anything, and now they got 3 seconds to try to make a bucket.
Magliacco to Bennett. He's got to throw it up. Does. Off balance, and it almost went off the window and the backboard. 41-38 through 3. The final 8 minutes when we come back. Happy holidays from us. 41-38.
Nate Bargatze.
It's a lot to have 2 dogs because you got to open the back door and let 2 dogs out.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. PPG Paints Arena, July 30th and 31st. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
At Leway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
This game is once in a century. Be there at PPG Paints Arena on December 26th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
Rascal Flatts, Life is a Highway Tour 2026. Friday, February 27th, PPG Paints Arena. Country music's greatest vocal group, Rascal Flatts. Back on the road. With special guests Lauren Elena and Chris Lane. Tickets on sale now. Buy tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Rascal Flatts Live.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Steel City High School Hoop Showcase is here. See the top talent in the WPIAL take the court. Catch 10 weeks of undergirdle action on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. It all tips off January 9th as Newcastle faces Boggs Chapel.
Final 8 minutes inside PPG Paints Arena between these two section foes in WPIL Class 5A Section 4. 41-38. Mars outscoring Montour 15-12 in that third period. How about that bucket for Brandon Bennett? He only had 2 in that third quarter, had 7 in the second. If he can get things going after tenacious defense, and that's going to be a foul on Mars as Carter and a couple of other Fighting Planets were diving for the basketball. We'll see who the guilty party is. It's going to be on Nick Santoro.
You can see why Mark Carter is the senior leader on this team. He is so fast, and then he plays such good defense, but he is injured right now. It looks like his right ankle got rolled up on. Very unfortunate for the senior on this team. Has had a really impressive game. Love how he plays defense. Also have Brandon Bennett stretching out his calf as well, but Carter is in a lot of pain. We hope he can get up on his own feet. Hoping just knees or ankles clash there, but he's definitely going to need to come out of this game for a little bit, which is a huge deal for Montour.
Yeah, Carter with 9 points.
2 steals as well, a couple assists.
The scoring has been balanced for both teams, really. I mean, Bennett leads his team with 14. Kalau with 7, Schmidt with 8, Carter with 9, and then you go over to Mars. It's Robleski with 14, Dedish with 11. 14 points, Damon, for Robleski without scoring in that third period.
I was about to say, all 14 in the first half. Now, he had a couple nice assists, but...
Can Kalau get going underneath? That's a good move, and a left-handed layup too strong, can't go. Ball batted around, and Mars takes advantage. Timmons, Robleski. Welcome to the second half. Austin Robleski with 17, his 5th three-pointer tonight, and it's a 44-40 Mars lead.
That's a 5-point swing. You think Kalau gets an easy layup right there for Montour. Ends up being a 3 the other way. And sometimes we just got to say stuff, and it happens. We said he hasn't scored in the third.
Manifested into existence. Schmidt back into the game with 4 fouls. His layup no good. Kalau, the offensive rebound. His putback is too short. So back-to-back bunnies missed by the 7-footer. And can Mars take advantage again with another 3? Too strong by Dedish. Rebound. Magliocco had it. Now it's Brandon Bennett. Crossover dribble, lost it, got it back. Magliocco. Gabrielli a 3. No good. Ball batted away. And Mars has it.
Talked about it. That's been the story of the year for Montour. They got nobody that can really consistently shoot that 3 ball, that can swing momentum their way.
6:15 to go between a couple of 5A Section 4 foes. Robleski backs it back out again. He had 14 all in the first half. Dormant in this second 16 minutes until that 3 ball in the last possession. And he draws the foul as Gabrielli got a little too close.
Kind of threw him down too, but looks like momentum kind of took him that way too.
Third on Gabrielli. First of the fourth quarter for Montour. Montour last season, that magical run, 25-3, but they were upset in the semifinals by Chartiers Valley, a 3-point Colts win in that one, 47-44. Mars, Robleski, and he draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. The foul on Gabrielli again, so he's got 4. Last season for Mars, the first under Kobe Philippi, and you talked about filling the shoes of a guy like Rob Carmody that had been there for 26 years. They were the 10 seed and rattled off a couple of wins. They were able to beat South Fayette and Penn Trafford, but lost in overtime to Peters Township, 58-52. And they saw Penn Trafford in that second round because the Warriors upset Baldwin, who was the 2 seed, and another team that had a magical run cut short. But nonetheless, year 1 and 500 regular season a year ago. You do a great job in the playoffs and rattle off a couple of wins when maybe a lot of people didn't expect you to, and that does nothing but build momentum heading into this season.
Yeah, and for Mars, I'm telling you, it's one of those schools that a lot of people always know as a good basketball program. If that's your down year and you still rattle off a couple playoff wins, I think they're going to be right back where they were winning WPIAL titles very soon.
Adam Petcash goes 2 for 2 from the line. It's a 6-point Fighting Planets lead, and they pick off a pass. Ethan Krasinski, the senior, to fellow senior Robleski. Good pass underneath, back to Krasinski for the bucket. Ethan Krasinski. It's an 8-point lead for Mars, and Bill Manier wants to talk it over with 5:23 to go. Robleski leading his team in scoring, and we see the assist with a little give and go back to Krasinski with a one-handed pass with the offhand, I believe. That was a left-handed pass.
Offhand, and it looked a little like it was a no-look pass to start that whole fast break. What a play by these two. A little give and go, and then good job to take your time. You want to just, not even a pump fake, but you just don't go up right away so the defender jumps. Easy layup. And what I liked about Robleski, we talked about it a little bit, but when that scoring went away, where he didn't get that three-pointer until the fourth quarter, he was still playmaking a lot for his team, which was awesome. We saw a couple really nice assists, a couple no-look passes. You can tell why he's the leader on this team. Even when he's not scoring, he's making plays in other areas for his team, which he has done in this game, and he's been the difference maker with Mars up by 8.
Their largest lead of the second half and largest lead since very early in the second quarter. They led it 11-6 at the end of 1. Montour followed up quarter number 1 with 20 in the second. We were tied at 26 at the half. Mars was only able to outscore Montour in the third quarter by 3, 15-12. It was 41-38 at the end of 3. And it's a 7-2 run for Mars to start this final frame.
Kalau back in. He was frustrated with those 2 missed layups. Someone has to get on the score sheet here for Montour. Somebody has to take over this game. Carter is back in. Looks like that leg is okay.
Always good to see. Carter with the basketball. Looked like he got rolled up on a few minutes ago.
And a look. Bennett is out. He was stretching his calf.
Good bucket underneath for Rob Schmidt. Pass from Carter. Schmidt into doubles with 10.
Bennett. Jack Bennett is back on the bench, but it looks like he's not ready to go yet. Now he's going to sub back in. But, yeah, he had his calf getting stretched 2 straight. Every time we had a timeout or a stoppage in play, he's going to try to get back out here for Montour.
Mars patient with it, up 6. They reset with Miller in that interior matchup of Dedish and Kalau, something we've kept our eyes on all evening long. And a good steal. Carter pokes it away, and now he has it spin move, and he is fouled near midcourt. That'll get Bennett back into the ballgame. The Mars foul is on Ethan Krasinski. First on Krasinski, second on the Fighting Planets in this fourth quarter. There you see it. A little bit of a bump. Carter goes to the ground. They call a foul.
The speedster, he's taking a lot of hits in this game, but he's trying to be a leader out there for his team. That one gets pickpocketed, though.
And quickly the other way, Robleski underneath, up and under, and there he gets it to go. Austin Robleski with 19 points. He tried that up and under move a couple of times in the third quarter, didn't get it to go. He does there. Back to an 8-point game. Kalau. All 7'1" of them leaped up for that one. 3:40 to go. Bennett back into the ball game, set a screen for Carter, and now he has the basketball. Spin move. Off balance. No good. Ball batted out of there by Krasinski, but into the hands of Schmidt. Montour resets. They're down 8. Carter a 3 off the front end of the rim, and Robleski hauls in the miss.
Offense has slowed down dramatically here for Montour, and Mars is up by 8. They can slow down as much as they want now.
And Kobe Philippe's going to call a timeout with 3:07. It'll allow him and Mars to reset offensively. And it's, again, an 8-point game. And if you work for a good bucket here, you go up 10 with under 3 to go. I'm sure that's exactly what Kobe Philippe and his coaching staff are trying to accomplish here with this timeout.
And what he's saying is turnovers, guys, none. We don't want any of them. Take your time. No shot clock again in high school basketball here in Pennsylvania, in the WPIAL. So take your time, find the right shot. I guarantee you, you're going to let Robleski dribble this out as much as he wants, and you hopefully get a good shot here. And there's a couple highlights in this game. Brandon Bennett at a moment did take over. Nice spin move there, used his left hand. And then again, the biggest thing for Mars is getting these points off these turnovers. You got to be pretty confident to have a fast break three-pointer there. Robleski doesn't have a shot he doesn't like, and then we saw this nice give-and-go play for Mars again, and that was off another Montour turnover. So again, the turnovers and then getting cold from the three-point line has really costed the Spartans in this game. Now they do have Schmidt back in the game right there with a nice left-handed finish as well. But Jack, they're going to need some magic here, down by 8, and Mars has possession of this basketball, and talked about it a couple times. Outside shooting has kind of failed him, and then even Kalau, 3 or 4 missed layups. You just think he can dunk it or do about anything to get it in, but good job by Mars making them really uncomfortable.
And that's a foul on Montour. That's a foul on Schmidt, and that is his 5th, and he officially fouls out of the game and finishes the evening with 10 points. 3:05 to go, a little bump near the high post, and Robert Schmidt's evening is complete.
And he's disappointed. He had 10 points. He was having a good game, but when you have 5 fouls, he had 4, in the second quarter or early in the third?
Yeah, early in the third, about 2-3 minutes in, and that's another foul on Montour.
And he's one of your offensive playmakers. You got to try to make something happen.
And guess what? Anthony Gabrielli, who also had 4 fouls. That is his 5th foul, and Gabrielli's day is done. So Bryce Haslip, sophomore, number 13 at 5'7", checks into the game for the first time tonight.
Probably didn't think he was going to get in this ball game potentially, but now he is getting to play at PPG, which is super exciting. We'll see if there's a little bit of magic with him in the starting lineup now for the last 3 minutes.
And no shot clock in high school hoops and PA for now. This season, next season, and the following season.
That's 3 years.
2028, 2029. The PIAA voted to adopt the shot clock for the 28-29 season. Robleski drives. So it's coming, it's just not coming anytime soon. And that's a foul on Robleski underneath, and he'll shoot 2 because third foul on Magliocco.
Team 5th.
Team 5th. And Robleski and the Planets will shoot 2 until the final buzzer sounds. First one from him is good. He's got 20.
And this is the one guy you don't want at the foul line right now if you're trying to get back into this game. Montour wanted a jump ball, but they called a foul on the floor. Double bonus. This guy doesn't miss many three-pointers, let alone free throws.
First one good, second one good. He's got 21, leading scorer for Kobe Philippe's squad. 18.3 points per game this season.
And that's without scoring any points in the third. And so what a night for him. And we heard about his three-point shooting, and he lit it up early, took a little break, and then right back to it in the fourth quarter.
Crossover dribble picked off by Krasinski. Transition bucket, and it's a 12-point lead for Mars, who has put the right foot on the gas pedal in these final 8 minutes. They press, and Bennett steps on the line, out of bounds. Mars basketball.
How about the coaching decision to go full court press while you're up? Just giving them a different look and rush Montour. They weren't ready for it at all. What a job by Mars.
Quickly by himself, Robleski goes up and under around 7-footer. Kalau, too strong. The other way, Carter, contact, and he'll go to the line. He is fouled. That's going to be on Petcash. His second, team third, with 2 minutes exactly left in this game. So Mark Carter goes to the charity stripe for the first time since the second quarter, and in that second quarter, he went 1 for 2. Makes the first, now 2 for 3 from the line for the game, and into double figures with 10 points. The third, Spartan into double figures. Schmidt fouled out with 10. Carter stays at 10 because he missed that second free throw. And Bennett leads the Spartans with 14. Off the miss, Carter ended up back with it and tried to throw it off of one of the Mars players out of bounds that retained possession. But while he did that, they said he stepped on the end line, which is out of bounds on Montour, and it's Mars basketball.
Almost had a Desmond Bain moment there. He whipped that even though he knew he was out of bounds, but the ref just gave him a warning. A little bit of frustrating night for Carter. He played really well for Montour, just a game that kind of escaped the Spartans. So everybody's a little bit frustrated.
3-on-1 the other way. Poked away by Haslip again into the game because Carter and Sal Magliocco, no, check that, Anthony Gabrielli foul out. Mars being incredibly patient with it, with up 12 and underneath. Krasinski fouled, and he'll go to the line. Sal Magliocco, that's his fourth. It was a shooting foul, but if it was on the floor, it would have been a two-shot situation for Mars. They're in the double bonus. And no more 1-and-1s in high school basketball. It's 5 fouls a quarter. And Ethan Krasinski makes the first one. He's got 5. He makes the second one. He's got 6. 56-43. Kobe Philippi calling a 30-second timeout. And, you know, when you talk about wanting to put a game away, Mars has done a great job of doing that offensively and defensively in this first quarter, expanding their lead to now 13. But, Damon, they are also 6 for 6 from the charity stripe in this final 8 minutes. And it helps. Definitely helps.
Definitely helps a lot. And then when you get Robleski to get hot again with his playmaking and his shooting ability, and then, like I said, when they went full court press up by 6, you're almost like, we haven't seen this look all game. What are they doing? They generate 2 turnovers there, and then Montour is just a frustrating night. Too many turnovers. Couldn't shoot it from the three-point line. Big guy missed a couple layups that needed to go in as well, and you can just see why this team right now is 2-5, going to go to 2-6. You see the talent, but a lot of frustrating things happen in this game, and for Mars, really well-coached team. Looks like they're going to get to go to 6-2.
Next up for the Fighting Planets, a trip to, it's making me jealous. I wish I was in sunny Florida this time of year. I think we all do. They're going to play the Bowls School out of Tampa in a Florida showcase. That game on the 27th as Carter drives and is fouled.
I never got offered to go play in Florida when I was in high school. Things have changed a little bit around now. Getting a little vacation while you play.
Foul on Petcash for Mars, 4th for the team. Carter will shoot 2. Yeah, I agree. I just came back from Detroit, Michigan.
Weather's like the same as Florida, right? Pretty
much. Not quite. It was a little cold. First free throw from Carter is no good. He's got 10 and is 1 for 3 from the line in this 4th quarter.
Hey, big win, though. You might have been
the good luck charm. They needed it. One of the crazier finishes to an NFL game all season. Crazy catch by Kenneth Gainwell. A lot of fun to watch. Carter's shot no good. 56-43. 70 seconds remaining, and bearing anything catastrophic, Mars can go to 6-2. But Carter's got a steal. Shot no good, but he's fouled. And he'll head back to the line at 1:05 to go.
And again, I'm going to give Carter all the credit. He's a senior on this team. He plays with his heart on his sleeve. He's been frustrated a little bit on this game, but he's the leader of this team, and he's been on the floor about 10 times, but he is always hustling, gets to the basket again, draws another 2 foul shots. If they're going to go anywhere this year, it's probably going to be on his coattails.
That last foul on Petcash, he is 4. And both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way. Out goes Timmons, in comes Miller for Mars. Second one, in and out for Brandon Bennett. That's 4 misses in a row from the charity stripe. They still trail it by 13. Or for Mark Carter, excuse me. That's Brandon Bennett. He tries a shot. It's no good from near the free throw line. And Ethan Krasinski gets the rebound. Inside, 1 minute remaining.
Got to get it over.
Good defense, Haslip, and a timeout called by Ethan Philippi to avoid that 10-second violation. 56-43 is the score. With the win, Mars can go to 2-6 and 3-0 in 5A Section 4 play. With a loss, Montour would fall to 2-6 and fall to 0-3 in 5A Section 4.
The bad news for Montour is they played a couple of tough teams, but you still got to play some others. And then for Mars, great to be 3-0, but you got to play a Lincoln Park team that a lot of people think they are the favorites this year with Josh Pratt now at Lincoln Park. And then you got to face the defending champs in Chartiers Valley as well. So there's going to be some huge tests for Mars coming up very soon.
Montour next plays 1 week from tonight in their own tournament against Northgate, and then they play Tuesday at 5 o'clock against Shaler. And that'll be their final game in 2025. Long pass ahead to Nick Santoro, who lays it up and in, 58-43. And another steal, Dedish.
Jack, for Mars, you have to play Moon coming up, who's a great squad, Lincoln Park and Chartiers Valley, the 9th and the 12th. That's going to tell you a lot about this team very quickly, but right now they're passing all the tests. Again, they've only lost 2 games this year against 6A opponents, so they played up a classification. Other than that, they are 6-0.
In 5A Section 4, a tough one. Chartiers Valley, Lincoln Park, and as you were saying, Mars all undefeated in section play. Chartiers Valley, a run in the state semis last year. They fell to Hershey High School. Robleski 1 for 2 from the line. He is 22. It's 59-43.
And Lincoln Park now playing with these guys must watch television when they'll be on our network a couple times. So this is one of those fun sections, but you start losing games like Montour is, you start panicking.
Montour driving the lane, and Mars commits the foul. That's Nick Santoro's 3rd. 2 shots for Bennett with his team down 16.
5A might end up being the hardest section classification to win the WPIAL title this year with so many competitive teams, to be honest with you.
Bennett's first one came up a tad short.
Another thing for this Montour team, the 3-pointers weren't going, but a lot of these foul shots weren't going as well. So, again, a lot of points just get kept on the board, or not on the board for Montour, and it costs you.
2 for 6 from the free throw line in the final 8 minutes for Montour. Mars will dribble out the basketball. And the Fightin' Planets and Kobe Philippi are 6-2. The final score in the final game of the 2025 Edgar Snyder and Associates Holiday Hoops Classic. Mars 59, Montour 44. 15-point win for the Fightin' Planets. And we'll wrap it up when we come back. We'll stay in and we'll wrap it up. A 15-point lead and a 15-point win for the Fightin' Planets. Led in scoring by Austin Robleski with 22. Ben Dedish with 11 points. And again, you look at this game and how the fourth quarter, Damon, played out. I look at the free throws. The Fightin' Planets were perfect from the charity stripe. in that final frame.
6 for 6.
Montour, 2 for 6.
2 for 6, and then I would say
2 for 8. I apologize.
Yeah, 2 for. I was about to say I think they missed 2 more, and then just think about the turnovers we saw from Montour, and there was a point there where they went 5 straight possessions with a missed layup, and then another missed layup, and they missed a couple threes. This team this year, they get a lot of open looks, but you got to start making these shots, and they just didn't tonight. And then Mars, they caught fire behind the three-point line. It's going to be hard to keep up with the team when they do that. It was a close game until the fourth. Then you go 15 when Roboleski then gets you another 9 in the fourth quarter. You had Dedish getting hot from the three-point line in the second and the third quarter. So I just think that perimeter shooting and that defense, when they went full-court press and got 6 points quickly against Montour, and you can see why Mars, a lot of people are talking about them as being one of those teams you're not thinking about. They're going to sneak into playoffs potentially and upset a lot of teams. They're well coached. They got a couple seniors that lead their team, and they showed tonight why they're a dominant team, winning by 15 points.
The scoring looks like this. Again, Austin Robleski leading everybody with 22. Ben Dedish had 11. For Montour, Brandon Bennett 15. Mark Carter and Rob Schmidt each with 10 points. 59-44 the final score. And the Fighting Planets outscoring the Spartans in that final frame 18-6. For the fine crew of JRM Video Productions and the fine people here at PPG Paints Arena and my broadcast partner Damon McDermott, I'm Jack Hillgrove, repeating the final score from the Edgar, Snyder & Associates Holiday Hoops Classic. The fourth and final game ends 59-44. Mars, the winner, they are 6-2. Montour falls to 2-6. Good night and happy holidays.